All right. So I'm back in the old barn. You can see it falling behind me. It's falling apart in there, but I'm trying to get all the equipment I can up and running. On the previous video, you saw where I got the that brush cutter running. Here's an old mower. Talk about some big back wheels. Holy cow. KGrow. So this is an old Kmart Briggs & Stratton engine. I just need to clear off some of these vines. Give it a good look over. See if we can get this sucker running. Alright, first off, let's see if we can clear these vines out of here. A lot of crap in there, huh? Stuff wrapped around the blade. Looks like it has a gator blade on it. Let's see. There's oil in it. It's a little dark, not bad. And that's bone dry. There's a little something in there. Might be water. Can't really tell. Yeah, it must be water. And it's just droplets of water. It's not like there's a lot in there. But it doesn't smell like gas. This bulb here is kind of... it's kind of old, but it's still working, right? It's not all cracked up. Let's make sure it isn't frozen. Don't want to see a seized engine. The cable needs a little WD-40. Yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see that from there. Where my hands are. There we go. There's a little, you can see where the cable up here is rusted. But I think if I get some WD-40 down in it. And it's still working. Okay. It's cranking, it's turning, and I feel compression. So I guess the first thing, boy, these wheels are pretty loose. Front wheels are. I don't know if I have any washers or spacers to take a look at that. I don't think the bolts are loose, but I can find out. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, they're tight. Well, before I put any gas in it, I'm going to go ahead and take the carburetor off. Since I did see a little water down here in the tank, I'm going to go ahead and take the carburetor off. And look at that, this one has a throttle on it. You don't see that too often on mowers anymore. So the first thing I want to do I'm going to take the carburetor off and then maybe pour a little gas in there and see if we can flush all the water that's out of here and see what condition the carburetor's in. See if it was full of water at one time or what, I don't know. The air cleaner looks clean, but you can see how deteriorated it is here on the edges. Oh, look at that lizard. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. Well, let's see if we can get this carburetor off. You can hear those trucks come by every now and then. Well, I say every now and then, it's all day long up till sometimes midnight. There's a lot of timber being cut around here, a lot of logging, and these trucks are going up and down, like I said, till midnight sometimes. That gasket, part of it's missing. Is it on here? I can't tell. Yeah, I think it is. Part of it's still on this plate. Hopefully I can get it back on there, because this does have the bulb for the choke, and if it's not sealed around here, the gas when you're pushing it in, the pressure will leak out of the gasket instead of drawing up gas like it should. So yeah, let's see what it looks like inside here. One thing I'm worried is all the gaskets, because I don't have any replacement gaskets out here. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And I could take a road trip. Oh man, that joker is on there. I could take a road trip and get parts. There's a Tractor Supply, but it'd take me an hour. Hour to hour and a half to get there and back. Okay, that's not a good sign. It was pretty caked up on there. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Yeah, this one, I would almost hate to even start it out here. Yeah, that's all jammed in there. So I'm out here with this. I could try to clean it out, but I think the gaskets are goners. This is pretty caked up in here. And in this case, if I was going to take it apart, I would put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. But I don't know if I want to tackle this, to tell you the truth. It's I think I would rather just replace the carburetor. These are pretty cheap on Amazon. Or I'll wait till my next trip and use the ultrasonic cleaner to clean this out. And this thing sure is. Yeah, it's pretty bunged up in there. Usually when it happens to, you know, that little bitty gasket, that little red gasket that goes into that needle valve, that's probably going to be shot too. So, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. I am going to wait. I am just going to get a new carburetor. No. What do you think? Look at this old mower. You know what I mean? Is it worth it? I mean, I can get a carburetor probably for, you know, who knows, 15 bucks. Maybe I can find a little bowl or something where I can let this soak in some gasoline for a good 24 hours and see if it loosens up some of this stuff. Because right now that pin right here is a goner. And I'm sure that little pin in here is seized in there also. So that's as far as I go with this one until I can, I'm going to soak it for a while and see if that helps. If not, then I'll wait for another day. I was hoping to get it to a point where I can at least see if the engine's going to turn over. You know, I guess I could put all this back on. Now, first I'm going to spray some carb cleaner just directly into the cylinder here and see if it'll even try. You know what I mean? See what the hell it does. Well, all right. That's a good sign. So we know it will crank. I just need a carburetor. So I'm going to try to find some little bowl or something where I can just let this soak in gas and see if it'll loosen up some of the junk. If it doesn't, then I'll replace it. Alright, so I was looking for a little bowl or something, and look at that. Found these little teacups. I think that'll be perfect. I'll just fill that full of gas and let it sit. What about that one? Yeah, I think the cup will do better. Alright. All kinds of crap in here, huh? Oh well. Let's take our teacup, fill it with gas, and let it sit. Alright, so there's the carburetor floating in gas in our little teacup. I hope that does it. I mean, it'd make it worthwhile to get it going. I just don't want to sink any money into it, no doubt. But we know it'll crank. The next thing will probably be this. I'll bet I can get working. There's no telling what is in this bag. There's an old wasp nest, but there might be something trying to live inside of this thing. Who knows? That we got working before. There's just all kinds of stuff in here. There's a fish scale. It actually works. A lot of cables. What the hell is all this? Look at all that rope. There is just tons of junk in here. Look at this old electric, what does that say? Trim all. Who makes that? K&S Industries Incorporated, Fort Worth, Texas. Trim all edger. Boy, I wonder when this was made. There's no date. Boy, this thing's ancient, isn't it? Looks like something made in the 70s or something, you know? The shape of it. What else is in here? Old tackle box. An old metal one. Yeah, it's empty. A bunch of old reels. Oh, I see an old tire. See that right there? Something with a tractor tire on it. I don't know if I can make my way back there to see what it is. I don't want to budge anything. You see how everything is... There's probably a delicate balance here. If I move something, this whole thing could collapse, you know? So, I might have to shake it around and see if it falls before I crawl under there. Oh, there's another wheel. See that? What is that? It's a bracket for something. It's not complete. Looks like it came off an old tiller or something. There's some old rims. Lots of junk. Oh, look at this. Looks like something's living under here. Yep, crawling through there and into here. I don't see any footprints. Can't tell what that is. But you can see some footprints right in here. Kind of small. Maybe it's a raccoon, or I'll bet it's a possum. They like to dig down in little cubby holes like that. Oh well. Guess the only thing I'm interested right now, I want to see what's back here, what that wheel is attached to. But let me shake it around first. I'll have to put my camera down. I'd put this little beam up there to keep it from falling anymore, but over here still looks pretty shaky. But let me put the camera down and shake it around before I crawl under there. Alright, well, I did make my way in there, but nothing there. I was wondering what was attached to the tire, but it was just a tire. There was nothing attached to it. So that's too bad. I was hoping to find some old tractor trailer or an old tiller or something. But yeah, it's pretty hairy in there. Looks like just a bunch of junk. This is going to be hellacious trying to clear all this out, you know. The other thing, this was made back in the 70s or so, and it used to sit in our backyards from my brother, and I guess that was his laboratory. And when it was moved over here, and then this place was built up, I don't know if this barn was built up after this was moved in, or this was moved in after this place was built, but they squeezed it in, and it used to be a little tool shed where a lot of tools and stuff were in there. So I'm kind of dying to get in there and see what's left. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Yeah, there's just too much dirt piled up there. Unless I could probably take the hinges off, huh? Boy, this thing's ancient. But it'd be kind of cool to see if there's any tools still left in here. Alright, so now it looks kind of empty. Well, I don't know, there's something up there. Little boxes of stuff down in there. I'll have to get a light and shine in there, see what I can see. Alright, so I managed to get this window open a little bit. And yeah, it's pretty empty. Just little boxes of old hardware. Looks like a big mouse nest up there. A big pot. Yeah, that's about it. No big find that I can see without a light. So, well, now I can't get the window back down. I'd like to keep it closed to keep more critters from getting in there. But alright, interesting, huh? Well, alright. Here's an old shovel. Or a spade. Yeah, you can see animals coming. A little game trail through here. And out through this way. Alright. An old nasty barn. It's kind of fun to rummage around in there, huh? But no big finds. But it'll be interesting to see what we can reuse when we start building a new barn back here. Alright, yeah, so I guess that's it. You know, kind of fun to rummage around in there, but as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for the next video. Alright, so I took a look at it, and it's just too far gone. So now I'm not gonna try to clean it the way it is now. And I think I'll just go ahead and get a new carburetor because the gaskets are pretty brittle on this thing. So that's what I'll do. I know it'll start, so I might as well just get a cheap carburetor, slap it on there, and we'll be ready to go.